So I'm hoping everybody had a moment to rest and rejuvenate. That was a lot of incredible information. If you were like me and surfing through some of the presentations, there are some common themes emerging. And I'm hearing a lot of talk throughout the conversations and the presentations about value and value add and value statements and bringing value in. And value is important. I'm hoping, eating lunch is valuable. I'm hoping you're all having a really good sandwich or soup, because I have to wait until I'm done, until I get to my food. Value creates early buy-in. Value supports change. People understanding the value supports change. Hearing about the value creates curiosity. Value can contribute to diversity of thought, which can also help create better solutions. And new ideas or refreshed older ideas can also help lead your projects to greater success, sometimes faster and sometimes, in the case of a project I'm working on right now, getting us over the finish line at all will be the good news. What's interesting is that we have a lot of business cases that we see that talk about value and value add. And we make judgments when we hear the word value. Or if somebody presents something as value, we immediately go to judge. We judge it. I mean, this is just how we're wired. We judge things. We are wired to judge. We go, yeah, no, I agree, I don't agree. Those are all making judgments. A judgment itself is neither good nor bad. It's just the way we process the information, take it in. The trick comes when you're trying to create a conversation with somebody. And you're trying to instill these values into your project teams and into your project. Not only do people hear the value statement and make a judgment as to whether or not they agree or disagree, or they like it or they don't like it, but it's very hard to coach people around the concept of value. You guys do this all the time. I know I do it all the time in my teams. And so curiosity is actually the antidote to judgment. You can't not judge, but you can make a judgment and say, why do I think that? How could I do that differently? How could I do that better? And we can teach our teams to ask the same questions that way as well. Like, how else could I do that? Or, all right, feel that way, think that way about what we're talking about, but how else can we do that? Some of the values that we talk about most frequently in projects, and raise your hand if you've heard these, is collaboration. Different than consensus. Consensus is everyone agrees. Collaborate is everyone has input. We don't necessarily all agree, but we talk about collaboration as a value. We talk about listening skills. We talk about celebrating victories, celebrating things is a value. Critiquing is actually a value add. Kindness, respect, taking responsibility or ownership as a value, professionalism as a value, creativity as a value, open-mindedness as a value. Obviously, my phone is ringing right behind me. There, it's probably somebody telling me I owe Revenue Canada money, and as that scam has picked up during COVID. So all these values that we have, from collaboration to kindness to taking responsibility, how do you action them? How do you get past and coach from somebody's initial reaction, hearing them of dismissing it or not understanding it? How do you actually do this? You guys actually know how to do these things. These are really cool values that can coach and then tie back to the communication message you're hearing in a lot of the sessions, and the networking that you do, how to explain the why of your projects in the networking comes back to a lot of these values. So what we thought might be kind of fun over lunch is, rather than listening to me yammer on, is give you the chance to come in and out of breakout rooms that are set up to talk about these specific values and allow you the chance to network, to share a tip, to get a tip based on the room, which will be labeled with the value. You can go in and out of as many rooms as you want, as many of the value words as are interesting, to either ask somebody, what do you do? Or to share a tip on what you think is a good way to try it out. The rooms will be open for about 20 minutes because some of your lunch break should be a lunch break. But for now, we're going to open up all the rooms based on listening, celebrating, critiquing, kindness, taking responsibility, professionalism, creativity, open-mindedness, and collaboration, and give you a chance to network and talk about how to coach to these words. And with that, breakout rooms will be open. Thank you, Alana. If anybody needs any last minute stuff, I'll hang around here for another 10 minutes, just in case anybody wants to chat. And otherwise, please go eat something.
Jeannie, it's Leora Stahl. I work for ProSat. The first time I'm ever hearing you, I'm going to put on my video for a second, and I really thought you were outstanding. Would love to talk to you afterwards. Just really love your presentation and integration of all these concepts, and just hitting a lot of what you're saying with the HR people I work with the individuals, and very, very valuable and beautiful presentation.
Oh, you're an absolute kind soul for saying that. It's so hard. As you can see, I'm sitting here in my little library / office, and this is what we're missing in COVID, is that interaction. The staring into a screen does nothing from a connection point of view. So thank you for coming on camera for a moment, and love to connect. Just pretty easy. My name, DennyTheodore@gmail.com.